Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. Playing an EIK WM France deck G45 game with Quantinins, Toulden, and Thatcher. Looking at this first pile, I see Master Huntsman, which is pretty good. Acquirer, Scholar, those are like the three first pickable cards here, I think. Acquirer, Master Huntsman, Scholar. Acquirer actually works pretty well with Scholar because Scholar, like Acquirer, is better on with fewer family members, you know, 2 or 3 people, and with Scholar you can run out to stone very quickly and still get some good actions with only 3 people, or 2 or 3 people. So if I could get both of them, that would be pretty good. Yeah, Master Huntsman is nice. I think I take Acquirer because there's a pretty good chance Dove Hunter comes back, and if Dove Hunter, although with Acquirer I already want a Cooking Hearth, so Dove Hunter is not as good. I'm not sure. I think I will take Acquirer though. If Scholar could come back, that would be great. Pretty sure it won't. Pretty sure. Maybe I should have taken the other card first because it's more undervalued. Well, I kind of wish I'd taken Scholar because Patroness with Scholar looks pretty good. But Patroness is an excellent card. In G6, it's risky to pass Stonehouse occupations. Well, fortunately, I'm not playing with G6. So we've got Art Director, Plowmaker. For here, though, there's really no question. It's Child Psychologist. This card is fantastic. Child Psychologist and Acquirer are 2 cards that people are definitely still undervaluing. There's Manservant, so there's pretty strong incentive to go for a Stonehouse, but don't think I mind passing that. Well, with Acquirer, Tenant Farmer would be a bunch of food, although having to pay it back would be kind of annoying. Animal Tamer is probably playable. It would let me get a breeding pair of cattle, although I think Blacksmith with Child Psychologist is just going to be a really excellent play. Being able to build like the well outside a turn order, that kind of thing, should be pretty good. So I'd love a way to guarantee an early major improvement. I haven't really seen that in any of my minors, so what would I like to come back here? Or what would I like to see in my minors? Maybe, I don't know, even something like Kindling would be pretty good, because Patroness can grab a wood for Kindling, and then I can start player Kindling, and then take Clay. I don't know, something like that. Not that that's the best play, but we also have Blacksmith. Blacksmith Acquirer can get grain, and then I could bake it with Clay Oven. That's an option as well. Especially if I saw a miner like bake a grain every time you play an occupation. That would be an option. We're just waiting on the miners to come back. Sorry I didn't stream yesterday at all. I've been totally addicted to playing Magic Arena, and I had only enough currency for 1 draft, but then I went 7-2, so then I had enough currency to do two more drafts after that, so I just ended up drafting all day, didn't stop, didn't even think about playing. This pick, Well, groupie, considering I know that art directors out there is an option. The only problem with groupie is I need a lot of food to make it work. And the cooking hearth acquirers might be enough. Might be enough, but I don't know if it'll quite be enough. Like, the thing is, the groupie will probably just end up going into taking extra food actions, which, like day labor or fishing, which is not great in and of itself. Otherwise, I could do something like mountain plowman, if I'm pretty sure I already want to get a hearth or a fireplace. You know, that's playable. Kelp gatherer gives occasional food. Foreman is pretty much always the same thing. Acquirer plus ham glazer is kind of a combo, I guess. Because I go to 6 food instead of... I would need, I would need a minor improvement that says whenever you play knock bake bread. That's the key. It's the baked bread requirement. Let's take mountain plowman here. Well, Master Stableman came back, so pretty sure I'm taking that. Prosecutor is fine. Martial Artist gets some food, but I mean Master Stableman is a good card, and I'm quite surprised to see it back here. And in fact, I have a bunch of... Acquirer is the only real early game occupation I have. Like, all the rest of my occupations are pretty late, so... yeah, looks good. I'm unlikely to have a supervisor game, so traveling salesman. It's not great, but it's with blacksmith. It's something. It's definitely something with blacksmith. Okay. Well, there's the one clay simple fireplace, and that's actually like pretty much exactly what I need, because what I can do is I can play Patroness round 1, get a clay. Second action, start player simple fireplace, then play acquirer, then upgrade the simple fireplace to a cooking hearth. Yeah, I would like to take diary, but this pack is actually pretty weak, so I'm pretty sure simple fireplace would not come back to me. Yeah, I don't know what will come back. I think diary, mini pasture, matic goes. Although mini pasture, sometimes people don't play it. Sometimes people don't draft it and rely on it getting passed to them. Menagerie, giving it extra food every time I acquire a cattle is interesting. Parchment, I don't need parchment with Child Psychologist. Shears is a way of getting food. Apprenticeship kind of gets me out of trouble if I get locked out of occupation early. Clay deposit is something. I think I'm taking animal trap here. With blacksmith, I'm gonna hopefully be able to get the well with 2 reedstone food actions. And if I'm pretty sure I'm gonna start player simple fireplace, then I should be okay to get the well. So the only question is, when do I play Patroness? Yeah, Patroness plus acquire. Patroness should, if it gets me 1 stone and I read stone food once, that's all the food I need, or what stone I need to play blacksmith. Although ideally I would like to hold blacksmith until Child Psychologist is out. So that's a thing. So I play Patroness, acquirer, Child Psychologist naturally, I think is the plan. Depending. And then Child Psychologist would play the last 4 occupations. Pretty sure the pick here is turn rest plow. Yeah. Yeah, I like watering can. Cookies is fine, but turn rest plow. Best card here by a bit, I think. Piggy bank, I could go for more major improvements. The food cost is going to be really difficult though. Like Acquirer does get me extra food, but it takes a little bit to set up that combo. So there is Huntsman's Rifle here, Huntsman's Rifle plus Acquirer. So I could skip out on the cooking hearth and just go for wood and stone and do it that way, and it would be a bit quicker actually. The only problem with Huntsman's Rifle is I still would need a cooking hearth later. So I need to think about this actually. Which would I rather do? Would I rather Simple Fireplace or would I rather Huntsman's Rifle? Huntsman's Rifle only requires one start player action. And I can take it after playing Patroness, get a stone, and then taking wood. And then playing Acquirer. The problem with it is it doesn't also give me access to the first sheep grab, depending on when sheep come. I think I can take Huntsman's Rifle here, and even if I don't play it in stage 1, because sheep come in round... If sheep come round 1, I would definitely want Simple Fireplace. If sheep come late, then I can play Huntsman's Rifle, and even if I don't play it, then 1 wood for a point is not awful. 1 wood and a food for a point with Blacksmith. Not awful. Don't really think I need any of these. Brickyard, maybe? Brickyard should be pretty playable, I guess. Although I'm not going to play it early is the problem. Yeah, if I'm going to only get 1 clay from Patroness, maybe Brickyard is playable. And then this pick... Bonfire came all the way around, which is surprising. 1 wood for a point, sure. Occupies the space. Winter Deadwood. Nah. Parchment, nah. Nah, I already have Child Psychologist. I don't need something else. Sid says Parchment requires auto-dictat. Yeah. I don't think I need it though. Watering Can looks good here. I'm actually surprised Watering Can came all the way back. It's quite a nice card. Good way to set up at the end of the game. So yeah, I kind of have 2 lines here. I can Patroness get, so depending on when sheep come, I can Patroness get clay and then into Simple Fireplace, or I can Patroness get stone and then take wood and then Huntsman's Rifle. And since I start first and Major Minor came round 1, I have to decide right away. So since I'm already the start player, I'll go for the Huntsman's Rifle. Because my second action 2 wood is guaranteed. There's also a chance someone takes 2 clay over 3 wood if they really want the first sheep grab. Then if I got 3 wood back, that would be just amazing. Perpetual Student here for Toolden. And then my round 2 is Occupation Acquirer. Be right back quickly. Second round is Occupation Acquirer into Hunting Rifle. Okay, Mariska makes a good observation that I will not have food for not have food for an animal if I play Rifle and Acquirer, so I still will play Acquirer here, but then I can think about what my second action's going to be. Might need to be to take food. And the resource I'll take is I'll take Reed here. Quatenins plays Master Huntsman. Yeah. So probably gonna build the fireplace with their second action, I would think. So I can day labor. I don't need to start player here. I can day labor with my next move. Thatcher start player apprenticeship. Playing occupation hewer. Hewer is nice. Nice card. So apprenticeship goes into my hand. And yeah, I know. Thanks, Sid. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'll wait for 3 food next round. Day labor is worse than 3 food next round. So I'll play the rifle here. Now I'm hoping to get on a Reedstone Food action. Even Reedstone Food is enough for me to acquire in round 4. And Thatcher might take 4 wood over. Oh, okay, that's fine. I'll take 4 wood very happily. So in second action, 3 food. Perpetual Student will play an occupation over taking food. Master Huntsman will play fireplace over taking food. Also, sheep coming around 4. I feel very vindicated for having played the Huntsman's Rifle instead of going for the cooking hearth. And I still have access to sheep sweep with bonfire. There's still stuff that I can do. Ooh, kelp gatherer. So I can get even more food on fishing at the cost of giving Quatenins a vegetable. Yeah. Yeah, I want a lot of food to play my child psychologist, so we've got 2 players ready to build a room. I'm 1 read away from doing that. Nice thing about having 7 food is I can pay 1 food for a child psychologist here and still have enough to acquire at the start of round 5. So my food situation is looking good. Hewer goes off in round 3. That's really nice. Normally Hewer doesn't go off in round 3 because someone grabs 4 clay. But oh, I guess there's a chance. Whoa, we've got Toolden building the first room in round 3. Interesting. Very interesting. Overtaking a good clay action. Well, I'll Reedstone Food if it comes to me. If it doesn't come to me, probably 6 clay. I guess I should 6 clay either way. How do I not take 6 clay here, right? Play pays for my simple fireplace. I have traveling salesman, so I'm happy to play major improvements. So then second action, child psychologist, get a read or two read. I think one of those should come back. No one really wants two read. Quatinin sort of, but he has no wood. Toolden doesn't need the read. He's already built his room. Quatinin start player mini pasture. Well, Toolden certainly says thank you for that. Because Toolden made the mistake of, the problem with building your room in round 3 is that if Thatcher built, then Toolden would need to start player in round 4 to get the round 5 family growth, and that's the big problem with building in round 3. That you're needing to compete that one round earlier. So usually it's better to just wait until round 4, and then even if you have to do it with your first action, it's usually better. Toolden plays an occupation, drinker of absinthe. Thatcher takes clay. So yeah, all occupation here because there's a chance. Actually, no, there's no chance that Toolden first action family grows. No way. Quatinins will probably first action 6 wood, I'm gonna guess. So me doing first action occupation is fine. Feed 4, 2 food to acquire, plus 4 food. Action seems better anyways. 2 read is just 1 extra read. The way I'm looking at it is now I can take stone. I want to take stone from child psychologist and from blacksmith. I want to take stone from child psychologist and from blacksmith so I can build the well as soon as possible, because Thatcher is in a position to build the well right now, which makes my animal trap a dead card, and having animal trap and brickyard be dead cards is like pretty sad. Although, considering round 5 is family growth, I would not be surprised if Thatcher second action built a room, or sorry, second action built the well. Although if they do that, they're passing up building a room to me, so I don't know, we'll see. There's 5 food available on traveling players, which is kind of ridiculous. I could acquire stone at the start of the round. That's an option, because that animal trap is going to be worth quite a bit to me. Maybe I'm hoping that Thatcher goes for pottery before he goes for the well. Is that likely? No, not really. First action, build a room. 3 wood or occupation or 5 food. Those are kind of my 3 moves. If I don't get occupation here, I'll be sad. So let's play occupation. And 5 food or 3 wood would be fine. Here's my child psychologist. This card is quite good. Quantidid's plowing fields instead of taking wood. What? What is he doing? I have no idea. Told in start player diary. So this is where I would guess that Thatcher builds the well if he plans to. Certainly it's where I would. It gets you 2 food before that next harvest, which is kind of, 2 food is pretty nice. Diary with perpetual student is nice, getting a wood every time. There's going to be a lot of stone in this game. Blacksmith plus hewer. A lot of extra stone. Yeah, there it is. Thatcher plays the well. Darn. Darn, yeah. Animal Trap's a dead card now. Unfortunately, that's what happens when Thatcher got 3 Reedstone food actions in stage 1. Oh. 3 wood, I guess. Yeah, no, I don't want to pass Thatcher 6 wood next round. That'd be too good. At least I can take his pottery. And so net 2 food from acquiring. Let's see what came out here. Stone. So family growth comes around 7. Yeah, so Thatcher's in a pretty good spot. Tilden plays raspberries. Good card. Six food traveling players available. Probably take that with my first move. Just because if it comes around to Tilden, that's pretty good for him. Yeah, Thatcher took it. Okay. Well, I can Reedstone food into 3 wood and build 2 rooms at once. And I can also do that with a 2 reed action. Both are fine. So I think what I'll do is I'll first move, take the wood. Okay, yeah, especially because if both read actions go, my occupation can get me read when Tilden family grows. Quantinens plays hobby farmer. I don't know what they're doing. I wonder if Thatcher got scholar. That round 5 Reno's a little suspect. If he did, then Scholar almost came back to me. Almost. I didn't think it was likely to, but... Tilden takes 2 read, okay. Tilden needs food. Gets 1 from Drinker of Absinthe. Perpetual Student doesn't get him enough. He needs more than... He needs 3 with 1 action. Which I guess Fishing will give 5 next round, because it gives an extra 1 with Kelp Gatherer. See what Thatcher does here. I would guess Reedstone food if he has Scholar. I would think. Yeah, fortunately, Traveling Salesman alleviates the pain of Animal Trap and Brickyard being dead cards. Gives me other stuff to do on minor improvement actions, which is good. Yeah. Quantinens is making no moves to head towards family growth. So that tells me I should double grow for sure. There's a chance I get growth in 9 and 10. Like if I can delay building until round 8, that saves me a start player action, and then it guarantees my growth round 9, and then round 10 will be depending on if I need to start player or not. That's your took for clay. Alright, so I will... I could take wood here, but I think I'll probably take wood with my first action next round. I like taking reed here because it denies Quatinens taking the reed. Just buys me another turn. So I'll play blacksmith, build the pottery, save a stone. And then I can think about building more majors like the Basket Maker's Workshop, Stone Oven for sure. Okay. Does that... Oh, he picked up a food from... of course, he picked up a food from Drinker of Absinthe. I forgot about that. So Toolden is actually using homework to gain food, which is funny. So I said he needed a 3 food action, and playing one occupation was not enough. Well, homework does that for you. So homework played Dove Hunter. So stealing 1 sheep is not awful for him. I mean, it's a 4 food action. And he's not going to random the second one. Okay. He's going to play Animal Tamer. Okay, makes sense. Whoops. Plus stone. Yeah, Thatcher or Blacksmith, being able to play Blacksmith outside a turn, pretty good. Being able to play major improvements just that little bit faster. So Quantinens needs a read action in order to be able to family growth ahead of me. Toolden. Quantinens has to first action take the sheep anyways, so I'm in no rush. So first move here, 3 wood probably. This does let Toulden, or this does let Thatcher avoid having to start player themselves, but I'm not too worried about that, I don't think. Quatenance takes the sheep. Makes sense. So then Toulden will take fishing. Was there any well upgrades? I could keep a, like if there was wishing well or village well, I could think about keeping myself open to building the well, because that would get me back. Groupie here for Toulden. Yeah, we never even saw Art Director. Art Director hasn't even been played. So pretty happy I did not take Groupie myself. Card would have definitely underperformed. So Thatcher is one read away from being able to grow again, or build again. Quantinins needs read. I don't need to start player here, neither does Thatcher. I could build a cooking hearth here. Not a cooking hearth. I could build a simple fireplace here, but I think I'll do that on my family growth action. I could take food for fishing here. There's not really a lot that I need, actually. I could play another major improvement. I could play like clay oven here, just because it's another stone, or stone oven maybe. Basket maker's workshop. No, I don't want a basket maker's workshop because I want to double build, so I don't want to spend my read. I could just play the joinery here. Yeah, pay a food, save a stone, and 2 wood. 2 food, clay to feed 4. And then acquire O. So my acquirer plus huntsman's rifle combo has been 2 food per round since round 4. So it's given me 10 food already, which is quite good at this time of the game. Quite good. Toulden takes read, is now in a position to build a room. It's very nice of me not to pressure family growth at all. Toulden was the only person who's had family growth pressure on them so far. I'm going to have family growth pressure on me next round, it looks like. But that's okay. I've gained a lot from this play, I think. 2 rooms. So now I'll occupation Master Stableman, taking read. So I'll start taking read as much as I can so that I can hopefully play the Basket Maker's Workshop. Get a clean sweep of lots of majors for lots of bonus points. Yeah. Yeah, I'll play Master Stableman because it enables a 2 boar grab next round or a 2 sheep grab. And then I can simple fireplace on the family growth action. Toulden randomed Plowmaker. So I'll Child Psychologist, Occupation, Master Stableman. getting a reed. So then we had Plowmaker here. It's going to help Toolden fill up his farm quickly, and then Upholstery for Thatcher. And then I played Master Stableman, and I get a read from playing Master Stableman. I could take 3 stone here, or I could take fishing. Both of which seem like reasonable options. I could take 4 clay. I could take 6 food fishing. Let's take the food. And then acquire at the start of round 9. Yeah, so I have a bunch of good actions next round. 2 boar, 6 clay, 5 clay, 2 boar, 6 clay, 5 clay. All of those are good actions for me. Oh, someone took the clay. Toolden did. So I'm interested if Toolden will first action build here, or if he'll take 2 sheep. 2 sheep enables his dove hunter. Like, lets him eat with his dove hunter. So we'll see. We will see. First action, build a room. Oh, that's a little sad, but that's okay. Not a big deal. So I will family growth, simple fireplace, and then second action, hopefully 5 clay or a pair of animals. Ooh, Thatcher with the big stone grab. Simple fireplace is very much like a fireplace, except it's a minor, it costs 1 clay less, and sheep convert worse. And that's actually quite a big difference. 1 food per sheep is a big difference in the first two stages especially. I mean, it's big at all parts of the game, but it like makes it not really worth it to steal. Toolden plays clay deposit. So there'll be a lot of clay in the game. So I'm actually pretty happy to see that, all things considered. I'm gonna hope Thatcher doesn't go for the Basket Maker's Workshop with that upholstery play. Yep, looks like it. Reno cooking hearth, and is gonna be able to build a stone room. How often does that happen? Not too often. Alright, 2 stables, 2 boar. Looks good. And then 2 food and a clay to feed. And then I could acquire something other than boar now. I could start acquiring crops. Because now acquiring boar is only net +1 food. But I guess if I acquire vegetable or whatever, then I have to pay for it. So let's just acquire boar round 11. Round 10. I can think about acquiring a vegetable in round 11. Oh, 3 food clay, not 2 food clay. Thank you. Sorry, I forgot. Thanks, Sid. Forgot that I grew here. Looks like Thatcher is going to get a 6 wood action, which is pretty nice. Yeah, definitely think Thatcher's in a good spot here. Who knows what Quantinens is doing. Hopefully there's some reason that they're staying on two rooms. Alright, let's go. Playing Scholar, yeah. Scholar did get all the way to Thatcher. Wow, it almost came back. Almost. Good situation for Thatcher to be in. For sure. Oh, and I breed my 4. Note that I cannot Huntsman's Rifle the boar that I breed. I can only Huntsman's Rifle boar that I acquire or take off of the board. Tooled-in Auk. Play Traveling Salesman here. I think it's unlikely that I'm going to 2 food plus read. So Thatcher will first action 6 wood. I should put clay deposit on the board. Thatcher, what's taking so long? Normally much faster than this. Oh, maybe it was waiting on me to refresh. That's annoying if that was the case. So Quantinens could build the Basket Maker's Workshop. Thatcher could build the Basket Maker's Workshop, but I'm pretty sure with Upholstery he doesn't want to do so. Quantinens built a room. Wow. Not very late at all. I'm a little afraid if Thatcher has Stonehouse Extension. If he picked it up with one of his first 3 minor improvements, that would be pretty scary. Because you could play it with Scholar. But I mean, if I start player here, then it doesn't matter what Thatcher, if Thatcher has it or not. I still grow ahead. So I think I Basket Maker's Workshop into 6 clay, and then 6 clay lets me build Family Growth regular fireplace next round, or clay oven, saving a stone. Regular fireplace is better because it lets me convert sheep more efficiently, and I will get a bunch of sheep from Mountain Plowman. Save a stone. So Traveling Salesman lets me do that, of course. Lets me build majors on a minor improvement action. Thatcher did some fencing, setting up to grab pairs of animals next round. Toolden plays greengrocer. So yeah, do I want a clay oven or do I want a fireplace? Probably clay oven, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, clay oven seems fine. So first action, family growth. Yeah, I'll pay a food for an extra point. Thatcher played Ox Goad. Oh, with Scholar. Yeah, so the cattle space is now pay 2 food to plow a field. I have nice major improvement points. My wood is lacking. My wood is really lacking. But I fill up my farm reasonably well with turn rest plow and master stableman and bonfire. So it is unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. Quatinen's fencing looks good. Oh, did I acquire already? Pretty sure I did. Did I acquire? I definitely want to acquire something. Just gonna do it, and if anyone complains. Yeah, no, I don't think I did either. I'm pretty good at announcing it in chat when I acquire. The alternative would have been I just take 4 again, so it's a difference of 1 food, so it's not awful, but... And I do want to start thinking about acquiring stuff to keep and turn into points. Like, acquire so far has been a bunch of food, but I need points now. I need to start converting. I should put clay deposit on the board. I forgot about doing that again. 6 clays available. Toolden doesn't need 6 clay. Quantinens would take 6 clay. I could take 6 clay here. I need it for renovating, plus my pottery. But for now, I'm just going to take 3 wood. I definitely want to get my mountain plowman off at some point, but I've got time. So I can feed a clay, a boar, and 3 food. And then I'm left with 4, which I could use to acquire something. The problem with acquiring crops at this point is I'm just going to end up needing to use an action to get that food back, so it's not great. Yeah, I'll have to take wood very aggressively for the rest of the game. Fortunately, I have 4 actions going into round 12, which is pretty good. I have the turn rest plow to set up for a plow sow action in round 14. Yeah, so the goal is have my fencing done round 13 so that I can hold the animals from mountain plowman that I'm going to get from plow sow in round 14. That's the goal. 6 clay here, 3 reed. I kind of like the read. I'm the start player. I don't think that's going to continue, though. I think probably they're going to take it from me. I could always acquire at the start of the round if I get Plauceau falling into my lap. I think I take the read here. Yeah, Toulden would like the read. Quantinins would like the read. I could read Stone Food. I think the read's okay. So I'll eat a clay, a reed, and a boar. And then I could acquire at the start of the round. I'll wait to see what the round 12 action is. And wait to see if I'm still sitting in the start player space. So Toulden did take the clay. I'm surprised by that. Are they going to build another room? Or do they want to build... I guess Toulden has cookies in hand, so maybe thinking about building the stone oven, but I don't know. That doesn't... Or building a fire... Okay, fireplace. Yeah, okay, I missed. They don't really have a way of doing that stuff. So start of round, acquire veg. So 4 food, acquire a vegetable. Sure, I'll Plauceau. Thatcher plays Scholar Peltz. Peltz is a nice card. I could have maybe taken 4 wood instead of Plauceau, because Plauceau is not worth that much to me, but I mean, plowing and sowing is good. Yeah, with watering cans, getting my crops going seems good. Pretty sure Toulden takes 4 wood here, although there is a chance he start players. Thatcher's going to take 1 cattle instead of plowing himself. Oh, what? Toulden goes for grain. Okay. If I want to reno to stone, it kind of needs to start happening now. Like, I probably need to get to clay. Well, Quantinins on 3 rooms. Renovating's not that many points for them. Toulden certainly looks like they want to reno twice more, although with that 3 stone, definitely looking like a stone oven play, I would think. Although maybe fireplace. Hard to say, hard to guess what Toulden's going to do. Could go a couple different ways. Thatcher doesn't need clay anymore unless he wants to scholar another major improvement. Quantinins, Menagerie. So now I'll play my Mountain Plowman and get a... I could take clay here, but I think I get a reed. Quantinen's asking about how I fed in the last harvest, because I ate a boar that was on my farm, which of course Simple Fireplace allows me to do. I could clay deposit into Reno. Clay deposit into Reno, play turn rest plow and bonfire. Yeah. Is paying the food for clay deposit worth taking the 2 clay? Thatcher builds a room. Yeah, this is a funny game. Family Growth has been very hotly contested for a round 7 Family Growth game. Like, well, it's just not that usual for people to keep building, is what I mean. Yeah, I think I'll go for the clay deposit play. If I need to acquire a grain, like if Plow Sow falls into my lap again, I can acquire a grain. Pay Depot. This is probably Reno Stone Oven. Does Depot count against Hewer? Good question. It is an action space. I don't know if you're taking it from, yeah, I don't know. This is an ambiguous one, unfortunately. Clay deposit is unusual because the clay is not sitting on the space. Depot is receive, Hewer is take. What does the compendium say about clay deposit plus mixer? Because clay mixer, it's whenever you take. I'm not sure. Anyways, one move left here. Toolden could start player to go ahead of me. So if they do, then I can start player round 13 for my round 14 Plow Sow like I always planned. So yeah, I don't think I care about taking start player here at all. I can fishing and take an extra food, which enables me to acquire next round. I also would like to take a pair of animals. So taking a pair of animals might be more important than start player, actually. Hard to say. Certainly I want to, if I don't get my turn rest plow out, I've really failed, but I would take a pair of cattle over. Thatcher plays Occupation Mason. Pretty good? Ooh, Toulden goes for 2 cattle first move. Okay. Do I acquire a something here? Acquire a grain here? Sure. Acquire a grain. Yeah, I know it's annoying because it's kind of it seems like I'm being like unnecessarily pedantic, but there's a reason. Like there have been lots of arguments about this. So I'm gonna take 2 boar, build 2 stables. This is my last chance to do it basically. So rifle both. So now I'm hoping start player comes back to me. I don't know if it will or not. Yeah, Toulden's taking some time, so I'm going on grain. Okay, sure. Anything that's not start player. So Thatcher's grown. Toulden needs 2 actions to be able to reno. Quantinence isn't looking like they're likely to reno. Thatcher does more fencing. So I'll start player to get my turn rest plow off. I guess I could have built a fireplace with that move, and then because then I can't bonfire and turn rest plow with 1 action, but I do have bonfire watering can. So I would be happy playing those. I would be happy playing watering can in round 14. So I should acquire a grain at the start of the round, at the start of round 14. So that means I need to get lots of resources. Or lots of food at least. Which, I mean, 9 food plus a clay and a reed is enough for me to acquire. I can take traveling players. Traveling players with 7 food on it is not too bad. Okay, so what's fencing going to be worth to me? I have to think about that a little bit. Fencing, reno, there's a couple different things I want to do at the end of the game here. Thatcher, family growth, cloister. Very nice. Very nice. Nice 4-point cloister there with the well as well. Very nice. I could plow for 2 points in a sheep. I could take stone to set up my reno. I probably want to be able to reno fence next round, right? That seems pretty important. Yeah, reno fence seems good. And also 4 clay is 4 stone is exactly what Toulden needed. So now Toulden needs to put in 2 actions if he wants to reno. But for me, it looks like Toulden's going to build another room here. Which is crazy. We're going to have 2 5 5-room houses in a late family growth game, which is definitely crazy. So I'll reno here, get it out of the way, and I will play the 2 clay fireplace because it's gonna get me more food from my sheep. So CR3 food. Harvest. Off 1 clay, off 1 reed. Breed my boar. Then I'll do 4 food, acquire G. Scholar is playing something. Not that this is going to change my move at all, but if he passes me mini pasture, that might change what I'm going to do. Thatcher said it's announced Scholar, but then hasn't actually said plays mini pasture. Okay. So 3 fields, 3 sheep. I'll keep one of them and then eat the other 3. Or eat 2 of them only. I took 2 too many food. Two sheep eaten. So now, watering can is +1 food plus 2 points. So that's pretty good. Yeah, this is a funny game. Thatcher's got huge points from his 5-room stone house. Plus, he can eat a bunch of food here for his pelts. Plus 4-point cloister and the well. Yeah, that's going to be hard to beat, especially because I'm going to have some unused spaces myself. I have nice improvement points. I do. Problem being that I'm not going to have that many bonuses at the end of the game, unfortunately. For wood is probably a bunch of points here. So not fencing is 1 point, saves me 1 point. Okay, sorry, I need to think about this. So if I don't fence, it saves me 1 point. Yeah, I want mini pasture in my hand. Because I'm going to play mini pasture plus watering can. Yeah. Yeah, so wood is not actually worth anything to me because I won't fence. The only fencing I'll do is mini pasture. In which case, taking cattle is better. Also, plowing is better. So Reno Major will come back for me, so I'll plow. Yeah, and then I can breed my boar once more, potentially. I can eat a sheep for no, I can eat a clay for no points. If I don't spend any wood, that keeps points from my joinery. So I have 2 moves left. One of them's going to be Reno. The other one's going to be probably a clay action. Yeah. Yeah, and watering can gets me food, so yeah. Clay plus Reno is my last 2 actions, looks like. And Reno, I'll play watering can and mini pasture together. It'll be close. Big scoring game. Did I miss out on a food from Stone Oven? When was Stone Oven played? Stone Oven. Yeah, he never announced that he was going to save a stone. I built all the stone majors after Blacksmith came out because Well was already gone. I built 4 out of the 5 bottom ones, and then Stone Oven. Those were all the stone miners that have been built, which is kind of funny. So my Reno is safe. So the clay, I think the clay is the right move here. Oh, I have to pay for mini pasture. I forgot about that. It's not too bad. It just means I eat a clay or a wood or a something else. Or a vegetable. Clay, wood, or vegetable. Why is Quantinens taking clay deposit here? There's no way he can be out of points so much that fishing is, or that building a second fireplace is worth it. Oh, does he have clay path? I passed clay path in the draft, didn't I? Yeah, so he took it for clay path. So 2 moves for 3 points. Okay. Yeah, that might be his best sequence at this point. It's unfortunate I didn't have more actions with all this wood available late in the game. I could, like, taking 8 wood and then fencing, 13 would have been a lot of points for me, but unusual that there were no global bonuses in this game. -3 food. Reno to stone. So then I feed, I need to eat 1 point from somewhere. 4 food. Oh, 4 food, 2 vegetables, sure. So I have whatever I score plus 1, because I have 1 point from Huntsman's Rifle, no bonus points otherwise. Yeah, those stables are filling up spaces, but they're not. Normally stables should actively be giving me points, which these ones are not. Oh, 48. Not bad, but not enough. Yeah, I think I probably afforded Thatcher way too much freedom with his family growth. And then the fact that I didn't get the animal trap would have been really huge for me. Thatcher's probably around 50. 42 plus 3 cattle, 2 sheep, sure. So he's going to eat a bunch of animals, but he's got his cloister, his ox goad. Probably pelting 4 sheep makes sense, and 1 cattle, if his current farm setup is correct. Four sheep, 1 cattle, yeah. Yeah, makes sense. So 3, and then 3, 51, yep. So 51 for Thatcher. So yeah, getting to family grow or getting to Reedstone food so many times in stage 1 was really good for them. The other thing was there was no pressure. There was no pressure on their first family growth action, and then they got up to 5 rooms. So, good. I mean, Hewer's great card. Quality of their occupations was really high. The difference for me is not like my fencing. If I fence any better, I win this game. But I need a bunch more wood. Because like if I fence 5, another 5 here. So 4 plus another 5. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 3-point move right there. So that basically ties me with Thatcher. Now I do give up 2 points, so it's only net 1. But you can see if I do even bigger, it's worth a lot with all the stables. Yeah, I also have a negative from cattle. So there's a couple places where this could be better. No bonuses from my read on my Basket Maker's Workshop. Yeah. Interesting game. Yeah, I think Thatcher was the only player who didn't have to start player to family growth once. I had to start player for my second family growth. Quantinins and Tooldin, did they ever have to? Tooldin had to with his second growth for sure, and his first growth. Quantinins, I don't remember if Quantinins had... He family growth with his second action in the round, I think. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, Thatcher got to grow really easy, which was big. 5-room Stonehouse is good. I mean, Mason is a phenomenal card. I don't know if it's better than Patroness. Patroness might have been the best card in this game. It just didn't quite do enough. Yeah. Yeah, losing out on Well plus Animal Trap was pretty big for me. I was kind of counting on that. With my Blacksmith, they're very cheap for me to build both of them, so... That's probably the big difference. if I get the well over Thatcher, but Thatcher got Reedstone food just so many times early on, which of course he's happy to do, given the fact that he had Scholar. So definitely looking to Reno early. 334 948. So first pick Acquirer, power 4. You can see it's power 4 but drafted third. So still very undervalued card. I'm surprised Scholar got all the way to Thatcher. Scholar would have been my second pick out of this pile. Well, Master Huntsman is pretty good. I guess I understand Master Huntsman, yeah. Should be the third pick though. Patroness, obvious pick. Child Psychologist, also undervalued. Power 4.8, drafted 2.6. Blacksmith, yeah. Mountain Plowman over Kelp Gatherer, I think that's fine. I think Mountain Plowman's pretty good. Master Stableman, yeah. So I mean my picks I think are pretty fine. I guess the Simple Fireplace pick here might not have been good. I was thinking it guarantees my Acquirer, but... And then I took Animal Trap over Menagerie. Menagerie would have been an extra, so Menagerie would have been extra food every round. So this I think is probably the big mistake here. Menagerie would have been an extra food every round I'm acquiring a boar. After I play Menagerie on my family growth action or whatever, that's an extra food every round, every time I'm acquiring a boar that I don't have. Yeah. Versus Animal Trap, which rotted in my hand. Yeah. I mean, I can see what I was thinking. I was thinking Acquirer, Blacksmith, Patroness. I should be able to get that well pretty easily, but unfortunately, Reedstone food came to Thatcher too many times. Turnrest Plow, yep. Huntsman's Rifle was actually a hero. Brickyard again. Brickyard again was not great, but I don't think any of the other cards would have been that good. None of them are that strong. You could maybe say I should have got Parchment here over Bonfire, but I don't know. Child Psychologist seems to fill the same role. I got my occupations out in reasonable times. I'm not worried about the timing of them, so... Anyways, that's going to be all from me. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. I might stream again later today, or I might stream tomorrow. Probably later today or tomorrow. I'll do one of those two, but I'm not sure which. I'm going to take a bit of a break for now. Need to have some lunch and stuff. So, yeah. I'll see you guys later. Bye.